Porterhouse and a little salmon. Hey, Rue. Dirong salutes when my gaze catches her. She strides over with her usual businesslike gait. That confident and reliable vibe. I can't believe Dirong is only in her early 20s. She's the opposite of my anxious and poorly maintained 20s, so... Hell, that sounds about me as well. Like me to Durgan. Dirong? Hey, what's going on? Nothing. Work and all that gunk. Are you here for me? By some miracle, Dirong is joining us for lunch today. I'm sandwiched between Dirong and Kiri. My guess is that she wants to spend more time with us before her deployment. Nom. I bite down. The gamey taste of this lamb takes my attention away from my train of thought. The beef, on the other hand, is so tender it melts inside my mouth. Out the corner of my eye, Dirong stares at my dish. It's her raw meat day. Sakan comments from the opposite side of the table. It just came to me that ever since I moved to Kiri's table at lunch, people have been filling out the empty seats next to Kiri. Sorry, Kiri. She has it almost every week. Your tradition, huh? No, we just enjoy the texture. Raw meat has been a part of Nim's diet since the Dark Age. While other traces have stopped the practice, we have no reason to. Some even say it aids our digestive system. It's okay. You can think it's weird. A few cooks here did it first. Thankfully, it stopped at a couple of stairs. It's fascinating. It's like everything else you do. It's not fair how she can always say these things with a straight face. Wow, you're absolutely moonstruck. Moonstruck? What? Oh, that's right. Ain't you both together? A cook chimes in. You will know when there is something to know. I think I dodged that bullet. Talk about being put on the spot. The hardest part is avoiding Dirong's silent stare. Dirong has said nothing for a while, as if she is deterring to my own judgment. I draw in a sharp breath when I feel Dirong's hand on my lower back. My spine straightens out by reflex. Dirong's faint smile is all for me when I turn to her. As a response, my hand rubs along her thigh under the table. Whether or not we are a couple is something for us to talk in private. I'm surprised. Nothing. I hardly saw you and Curry having a full conversation. I've noticed it too, but I couldn't point it out. Rue and you get along so well. Oh, you're right. You were here more when Dimbo was around too. Another kitchen staff goes, oh, before chiming in. Was I? But I get it. She's cute and helpful, even if she is odd at times. I'm odd? You should see her sort each ingredient in her dish before eating them. You get a more unified texture and taste that way. You put chamomile tea in coffee yesterday. Fish oil in the salad this morning. Tried to make the salad taste nicer, for me. What about the obscene amount of cayenne pepper in your savory dish? Tastes nicer that way. Everyone is in a teasing mood today. Before my botheration could take root, Dirong leans closer to me until her bangs are touching my ear. You're not odd. It's very cute. Dirong's hoarse voice is coated with an alluring nectar, begging me to coat my tongue in it. Her hand is still circling my back, playing with the fold on my uniform. My heart thrums at a faster pace. Instead of fumbling my reply, I give her thigh an acknowledging squeeze. My hand draws higher with nefarious intention before hers stops mine in its tracks. Spoil sport. While lunch is lively today, I cannot wait until we are alone. We have several unspoken rules. No intercourse in our room unless we're sure it would be empty for the next hour. No intercourse in public areas, except for the bathroom. No overt PDA, which applies more to me than Dirong. But it's hard to fault me for giving into her body that is pinned beneath me, for trying to touch and grope and take as much of her as I can in the broad daylight. The longer we are together, the harder it is for either of us to admit that our time together is getting shorter. In a few days, Dirong will leave for a job without a return date window. Will we still be the same? Dirong's teeth tug at my upper lip, bringing me back to the kiss. I can hear myself purring into her mouth. I fondle her left breast that rises and falls with each long sigh. While I enjoy our time eating and chatting away about books, drawings, and every trivial thing, I love our physical closeness even more. We would kiss until our breaths shrank into short huffs, then resumed kissing after we had rested in each other's arms. Is that your hand inside my pants? Oh, sorry. Yours was on my breast. I thought it was okay. Dirong groans in annoyance when I pull myself upward, sliding off her body. Huh? When did you unzip me? Let's not fuss over the minor details. With her thick and muscular thighs that fit snugly into those pants, Dirong shouldn't even bother zipping up because there's no way they would slide off. I shake the creeping thought of how pleasant it felt the last time her firm inner thighs pressed against my cheeks. If only we didn't have to sneak around. It can be fun, but the entertainment value is hindered by the constant fear of interruption. I'm comfortable with my nudity, but it is unacceptable for anyone else to see Dirong in compromised positions. One of Dirong's eyebrows perk up curiously. You thought of something? With the money I make, we don't have to stay in the same room as the others. What are you saying? Like, oh, I recall signing up for my own room at the beginning. I wanted my privacy, and thankfully, I didn't think I could make friends quickly. Compared to a private room, our current room has saved me more money, but to have a room for ourselves means we have our own bed and privacy. Basically, it is us moving in together. We would become official. It's fine. Dirong must have noticed my hesitation. There's a flicker of sadness in her eyes before it shifts into an aloof gaze. You don't have to say yes. It was just an idea. You misunderstood me, love. I just needed some time to think, okay? What is it? You would let me know if I'm being overbearing, This is new to me, but you can tell me if I'm in the wrong. Sure, of course. You're doing fine, I reassure her. I should thrive to be better. I can't let my self-doubt hurt her. Perhaps it is the right time. I'm starting to get where Rue's position is right now. It's a self-doubt thing. And also, her kind is just very sexually inclined. I get that. Perhaps it is the right time. Perhaps it is the right time way between pros and the cons. Well, that sentence was not structured very well. The biggest pro is Dirong. She will be all for me days and nights as long as we both can spare the time. Having a room with just the two of us will also give me back the privacy I've been craving. Back then, I used to walk around the whole house with without a top on when it got too hot. With some luck and perhaps a few sways of my hips, I might convince Dirong to let me uphold my tradition. The cons. This is something I have seen before. This is something I have done before. Meeting someone new and exciting, feeling foolishly infatuated with them just to cut them off from my life within a few months' time. Despite all that, why does it feel different this time? Why does my chest ache when I think about holding her? Can I trust this feeling? I need some more time to think about it. You don't have to draw anymore. I really hate how Rue is not actually talking to her about this. This is making me uncomfortable for some reason. The fact that... I'm guessing she's just afraid that she's all of a sudden going to cut her off, and I don't even understand the reasoning again. It's pointless. I've been trying out a few things, but it feels like I'm only good at physical training. It's not true, love. It's fine. Sticking to it means I can improve the skills I already have. It's an understandable point of view. She has the looks, the attitude, and the strength to command a platoon. Plus, she is a fast and eager learner with the gift of physical reach and dexterity. And once again, my thoughts lead me down that route. Don't think of it as a waste of time, love. You're finding out a thing that clicks with you by eliminating others one by one. Just because you're good at one thing doesn't mean it's your only talent. There's an entire world to explore. Admittedly, a dominating, assertive Commander Dirong would be scorching. I can imagine her towering over me while demanding my relentless attention. The thought alone lights my lower belly on fire. You know, I didn't have enough. Get on your back, love. Dirong obeys. This is just my needs speaking, but a room for ourselves sounds nice right about now. It is so me to forget my cocktail in the kitchen. It has been a hectic evening. Since we don't have an early function tomorrow, I managed to convince Kara to let me borrow the kitchen's key. Next time, I doubt I would be so lucky. Unlike many people, I've never associated danger with nighttime. Udala is a regional town where people grow up together. We knew there was nothing to fear from your neighbors. Plus, nymphs possess superior vision in the dark. With our quick reflexes and an even quicker pair of legs, we could usually handle any surprises. I should have mixed my concoction in the smaller residential kitchen on my floor instead. What was I thinking? I would have asked one roommate to come along if I didn't plan this to be a nice surprise. Why do lively areas always give out a creepy vibe on empty nights? Perhaps it is the striking contrast between the two moods, the busy crowd versus the somber silence. Let's not stick around longer than I have to. It didn't take long for my boiled fruit mix to cool down. This is one perk of a commercial refrigerator. After the cognac mixture had thickened, I shaved it into thin strands. Then it was a simple process of adding it all together. The fruits, the sauce, and the cognac. And my dessert was ready to be served. There's an unusual chill running down from my neck, like I'm being watched by a presence. At the corner of my eye, something white and gray kept looking inside the kitchen from the glass windows connecting the mess hall. At first, I shrugged it off as my eyes playing tricks on me, but the presence is becoming more obvious. Time seems to have taken down its guard. I shove the double door open with a bang as soon as I see a glimpse of it. A flapping sound of the wind, and there it is, a white shadow jumping upward to the second-floor balcony. Huh. The presence is too fast for my eyes to follow. It stops for a split second to look at me before moving to the direction of the hallway. My heart rate quickens when its eyes fall on mine. Come back. Come back. Ow. In my hurry, I trip over a bench like an amateur. I should have anticipated its movements. When I look up, it is no longer there. Figures. Ears pick up a distant door opening from outside the hallway. My common sense finally kicks in. There were a few dozen ways things could have turned sour for me. Why did I even go after an unknown presence? If this were a horror movie, I'd be the first to die. I quickly wash everything before heading back to my room. In the back of my mind, the scenario keeps playing over and over like a broken video. My foot taps on the floor as the doors slowly pull together. The car rumbles as it ascends upward. The brightly lit elevator boxes me inside its four ominous walls. It feels like years before the elevator reaches its destination. My feet pick up the pace as soon as the elevator opens up to a familiar corridor. Distracted by the encounter, I walk straight into a wall. Ow. Hey, you okay? What? I say eloquently. Dirong. It wasn't a wall, it was Dirong I bumped right into. Her sturdy hands wrap around my shoulders until I'm able to stand on my feet. It feels like the worst of it is past. You look like you've seen a ghost. I did see a ghost. It was in the mess hall. I was going to catch it, but I tripped and fell. Did you hurt yourself? It's not the point, Dirong. I said ghost. G-H-O-S-T. Actually, now I am not sure what I saw. It was pale and gray, moving too quickly for me to catch its full view. You sure it wasn't a prank? No? Didn't you tell me a ghost story when you first came here? I recalled Dirong's story about the Wanderers, the ghosts of the wartime. This ghost can fly out the balcony and move straight into a door in the hallway. Door? Would ghosts need to use doors? The Wanderers? Only the residents who first stayed here reported seeing them. I've never seen one myself, although, just be careful, okay? If I had known you were going downstairs, I would have gone with you. Is it dangerous at night here? Not for me, but people can be weird. I suppose if I were someone with physical capabilities of Dirong, not many things would faze me either. Obviously, having Dirong with me would be much safer, but I've been relying on her too much. I wonder if she thinks I'm incapable of taking care of myself? Were you out here, love? Didn't you go to the gym? Dirong was supposed to be at the gym with Kai tonight. Judging by her shampoo scent, she has just showered and was making her way back. I would have joined them if I wasn't preparing the food. I went by myself, so it didn't take very long. Oh yes, we did take our time in the shower. By the way, Dirong's cheeks have darkened with a blush. I suppose she was having the same thoughts as me. Wait, Kai wasn't with you? Come to think of it, Kang and I haven't been in the gym together ever since she's come back. Dirong's one eyebrow perks up before she finishes the sentence. What do you have in your hands? Oh, this? This is for you all. I eye my container with a sense of pride. It has somehow survived the ordeal with no lasting emotional scars. Food always carries such admirable mental fortitude all of us could learn from. Come inside. We can share this together. I hope you like it. They don't eat late snacks, and a small portion should be fine once in a while. I even replace sugar with honey. Anywho, my friends, I will take a little break.